Hey skiers, I'm Jeff from SkiEssentials.com. Welcome to our 2026 ski test. Today we're talking about this massive Volkl Revolt 121. If you're looking for super fun, super floaty, very bouncy powder ski, look no further because this thing is just so much fun to ski and feels right at home in the deepest snow conditions that you can find. I always love watching Volkl's athletes, people like our friend Tanner Rainville, get on this ski and just do incredible things in the backcountry, whether it's nose butter 360s off pillows in the middle of a pillow line, or just hitting a massive backcountry jump and doing a big cork 7 blunt or something like that. I love seeing this ski in its element, but it is pretty unique. It's a wide ski. It's designed for really deep snow, and outside of that, I think it's fair to say that it's pretty one-dimensional. It's not going to be the best on a groomer, not really the best in mixed choppy snow either. The Revolt 114 just mobs through choppy snow. This really likes to be in deep, fresh powder. So pretty simple build in this ski, which is true in all the Revolt skis. Multi-layer wood core, some fiberglass, epoxy. Does have vertical sidewalls all the way around, which to me, for a ski this big is nice, or rather for a ski this wide is nice. When you put cap construction into a ski, it's reducing torsional stiffness. The wider a ski is, just through the properties of physics, the wider a ski is, the less torsional stiffness it's going to have, the more you're able to twist it. So it's kind of nice that they do give it vertical sidewall and give it some reasonably good edge grip, and even in the extremities in this ski. So pretty cool build, even though it's simple. They do keep this one on the soft side. So the Revolt line is pretty interesting. The 101 and the 114 are very stiff. Pretty much all the others are relatively soft, including this big, heavily rockered 121. And then, this is a big ski. 121 underfoot, 184 in length here, 2,300 grams on our scale. So it's not a light powder ski, and I think that's important to know. If you want a really lightweight powder ski, there are plenty out there. My mind goes to something like the Bent Shetler 120, much, much lighter. It does give them different properties. The lighter ski is going to be a little quicker. This ski is going to be a little bit smoother. So something to keep in mind if you're choosing between multiple powder skis. And then just a crazy shape, maybe it's not crazy for a ski this wide, but in the grand scheme of things, if you compare it to most skis in the world, it's pretty wild. So, almost shaped like a kind of classic DPS, like very banana rockered, a lot of splay and a lot of length to the rocker as well. And then it's paired with a tremendous amount of early taper. So both the tip and the tail, it's tapered off like pretty aggressively, and that gives this ski such an incredible surfy feel. And I think the weight kind of adds to that as well. It's just like, it feels so smooth in how it releases its tail edge, how it just is willing to go sideways. If you want to pull a Shane McConkey and like side slip an Alaskan spine, this ski is going to do that just as well as really anything else out there on the market. And yeah, really fun to ski. I think there's a limit to its applications. I don't know that a ski like this is for everyone. Should rephrase that, and I do know that this ski is not for everyone. I would also go as far as saying it doesn't have a huge place here in Vermont where we're based. If you're a New England skier, we don't often get snow that's deep enough to really warrant a ski this wide. Not to say that you can't ski it in New England, but I wouldn't have it be your only ski, and even if you have multiple pairs, it might be more beneficial to go narrower for a true powder ski. That said, if you're living out west and you're looking for something that will float through like the deepest conditions, this is really, really, really good. So British Columbia, Utah, Alaska, places like that, that's where the Revolt 121 is really at home. It doesn't feel good on a groomer, in my opinion, or it doesn't feel great on a groomer, but kudos to Volkl for putting a little bit of camber in here and some like normal side cut underfoot, because you can actually get on a groomer and like make reasonably good turns to get back to the lift, but it's totally right at home in deep snow. So that's it. It's the big, massive Volkl Revolt 121. Let us know if you have any questions about it, and we will see you out there on the slopes.